Alright, turn that guy there. Ba ba ba. Ba boom. It's me. I'm back. That's right. Continue. Okay, continue. And this is the part where I dread that I didn't save. I did! And it's almost nighttime. Alrighty. I got my frickin' scary necktie. Close Waterlock on Wednesday. What day is today? Monday. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So not tomorrow, but the day after. Call Alice back in a day. So tomorrow. Oh, I still haven't asked Kim to tell me about the case. Hi, Kim. We've
Yes?
I've kind of been winging it the whole time.
What do you want to know?
Just anything. Just
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
yeah. Brief.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the whirling.
Love the way he
rags
says
of the
anonymous.
cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
4 days.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who was the
A
victim?
security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Okay, fair enough.
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Oh. Okay.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Other tests. Oh, I can ask Kuno about the armor. What? Oh my god, there's so many things I could do. I've just been wandering. Oh yeah, why are
I'm
we?
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Wonderful.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
Fair enough.
Don't know. I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Yep, off?
It's just stupidity.
Oh, because, yeah, got it. What kind of stupidity? I'll let it go.
Is there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
Alright, I'm just gonna wander this way. Kuno! It's almost bedtime. But you don't listen to that stuff. Man, you've been throwing rocks at this guy all day. All day.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Body, what do you know about it? What do you know about the body?
An old pig. What's your question?
Yeah, so far.
Tell the pig shit, Kuno.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Where?
Have you seen anything suspicious?
That's the rest of his armor.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Oh.
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Oh.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Did I get it out of the trash?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Oh, okay, not in the trash, so I don't have it.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Hell yeah, Kuno.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Oh,
Yeah,
Troubadour.
that cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker?
I do
Came around
actually.
talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Why do I understand Kuno right now?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Mañana.
He's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
I gotta ask. And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Fair enough.
Still, seems suspicious.
Hi, Dad.
You
Welcome
may have
in.
for that guy.
How you doing?
You may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Guy. Yeah, so true. That's good. Do you know who he was? Blah, 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 blah. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
I'm literally stopping talking to you. Yeah, so fair enough. I'm
Kuno
off.
doesn't fucking care.
Love you, Kuno. You need, like CPS or somebody to get involved with you, though. I am not that. I am very much not that. Mañana, where are you? God, this game would have made so much more sense if I remembered there was a quest log. Hello, Boots.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Came to investigate a murder. Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy I did good on his promise.
Did good on his promise. Oh?
To get me into trouble. To
Ah.
sick the pigs on me.
Fair
Pardon the
enough.
Choice of words, not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Hmm.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Yeah.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Oh.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Now what did
I
you learn?
learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What
Fair.
else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Let's talk about
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Yeah.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Fair enough. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Yeah, probably, but aim for the stars. Celestial, welcome in!
And Mesqui's epic day, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Alright. Thank you for the cooperation,
No
sir.
problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Oh?
He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Fair enough. Measurehead thing
Sorry.
didn't go well.
Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping,
enough.
telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
Ooh.
Or calling in tactical air support.
Yes, air support!
Air support, right?
Kip, why didn't you tell me we have air support?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
Why not?
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Something changes in his disposition. A merciful smile in the corner of his eye.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there.
Yes, I made him laugh and now he'll help.
It's low in technology, however. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna not for now. Sounds like a pain. Kuno lied to you, return and confront him. Why would I do that? That doesn't sound wise. But if the quest says so. Alright. Industrial Harbor, heck yeah. Kuno! You lied to me, which was to be expected. Like, why did we ever expect anything else? Like, it's a dumb call. Kuno, buddy, hi.
Fuck does Kuno care? So?
Reads his eyebrow, projecting aggressive indifference. Told me to promise to stick the pigs on it. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing me down that armor anyways.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yeah?
Looks slightly confused.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Nah, I'm gonna
Kuno doesn't
dip.
fucking care.
Love you, Kuno. Alright. Access the harbor and ask for Everett Claire's help. Can't do that. Jam mystery. Interrogate drivers about the smuggling. Haven't I already done that? I've definitely done that about the jam. It's not a mystery. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Yep. This guy don't have nothing to say. Oh, you know who might have been involved in that smuggling? Guy was trying to pawn boots off on me. That one has a faraway look in their eye.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands, in the background.
I don't want to do this. It seems rude. but nothing else does anything.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice,
Where am I? Who are you?
like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis. You've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
I was actually hoping you could tell me that. Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
The 50s? What about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
That's a cool quote. Where else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution,
Hmm.
the sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Fair enough. Yeah, snapped you out of your stupor. Who's Gabriel Buengero? So I take it you wear a mask when you were young. Sorry to interrupt your dreaming. Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions. Now let's
This
get
is Gabriel Buendero.
lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you,
Ooh.
his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
Heck yeah.
This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning was perfectly clear. Are these not your
They are
memories?
someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is
Yeah,
all
fair
that
enough.
matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I feel like this is going to end our conversation. I don't want to do that.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Oh, fair enough. As she settles back at the railing of her motor lorry, behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Yeah? You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What you haulin'?
Diamonds?
Whoa.
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Fair enough.
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
You don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband? I guess that makes sense, minding your own business. I don't think I do know what you mean.
Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand. Strangled 300 people.
Nice.
What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Fair enough.
A boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder
Yes.
upstream Magritte, the
Wait.
great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Wasn't Kuno talking about cows earlier with one thinking about mañana? Hey, what's that? I've got too many records to listen to as is. Change of topic. What's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And they live happily ever after?
Don't be stupid. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking along the river Margaret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I see where this is
So the
going.
boyadero strangles his beloved and
What?
throws her body
Did
to
not see where
Margaret.
that was going.
Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Okay. That's not what I thought this was going. Beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Sure.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Lord, if you like that. Why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Oh, I want to push, though. He says no, so I say yes.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What route?
Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain,
These are all words I don't understand.
the Transcatolia Magistral, U for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
Cool, right until you're dust, sister.
Irmao, I already am dust.
You just let me the social of your boots?
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
That's important for police business. Please help me out. It's important.
Please? I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
Fine, I should have been rougher. I'm polite, okay?
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
She's not odd soul. These are not the boots that made the
I could
prince.
have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
Fair
The
enough.
feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
What?
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great,
Great
unrest.
unrest. Not really what I was getting at. Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
I like her.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Oh, what is it you're hauling exactly? Oh, do I go along with drama? These voices in my head never help. What is it you're hauling exactly?
Your ma, Loman. What of it?
Oh, my mom. Okay. Okay, let me put this away. Are you smuggling drugs to Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat. The U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
It's diamonds, Loman, obviously.
Didn't I ask? Oh my god. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Alright. Bridge is up. That's why she's here.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Fair enough. I mean, you know, not upset about it. Alright, where's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet? Is that freaking... Alright, real quick. Only person I can see from here. That one gentleman all the way over there, but I don't think she can see him. Button, this one. Okay, and that does that. Okay, and there's skinny man. Alright. Oh, are you a driver?
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Oh, more honey. Right, there's a car. There's this man who's selling wares. I feel like you're gotta be the frickin'
You see a
drug
Cimarron
smuggler.
street vendor surrounded by a motley.
Oh, that's right, I didn't actually talk to him.
When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool.
Oh my god, thank you.
Bang, 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 bang!
Really? You think I'm cool? Really? You think I'm cool? I'm not cool. Whether I'm cool or not is unimportant.
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Settles back in the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Money. I do need money. What kind of stuff are you selling here? Where are you from?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
That's all then. With
I'm
the
an
pants.
entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Do you have a permit?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and the dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Sweet. No permits means less work for me. Let's move on.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever.
Dang, that's nice.
That's right. permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Look at Kim and policing singing out his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I'm not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the gossamer state.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Hyper cool.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me? Alright, let me ask you
Anything
something.
for you.
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all busy.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Is he a driver? You're from Apricot Suzerainty. You're not a local, are you? Better not mention. Sounds good. Back to business.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur.
Oh, I said that out loud. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say you're from. Pronounce it very painstakingly.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Fair enough. You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people's cultures.
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
I'm gonna try and get money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
Oh, hey, you
This
seem like
is
a
about
really
business.
successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
An investment in me, a highly experimental human being. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. Oh, shoot. I feel like all of these are bad. Ed, he seems...
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about?
1 million real. 10.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Corruption.
It's just like Bus or Seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
Sorry, Kim. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Like, what's that? What is that? Let's see this
There's a
earlier.
pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
There she's not.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
I'll take the ugly
You should
glasses.
take this
Shades
too,
of
officer.
self. Rubbish to the box.
These are all boring. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils.
There.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These
Alright, I'm gonna
were
try and
given-
find something cool. A pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulatic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world.
Ooh.
You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart.
Aw.
All is blue. Yes. But they also make your soul quiver like jello.
Oh.
So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up. because they've got no taste. But you found them.
What do you think, Kim?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes open in a thorough examination.
It's not an immediate
It
no.
tastes to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Oh, my Inland Empire would go up, but my perception would go down. Where is perception? Ooh. You hear, see, and smell everything. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I want to max my empathy, though. Yeah. We'll leave for now. You poor big guy. You're not in charge of cars. You're not in charge of cars. Okay. Anything else that I can remember to do? Search for like malignant entity inside chimney. Oh, I'm gonna go try and yell at the chimney again. I think that'll be a good thing to do. Oh, wait. Here we go. Real quick, are you
This
still...
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and...
Perfect. Slowly melting. Wonderful.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Yell.
coloring
Oh
it
no.
pitch black.
I should have waited and upgrade physical instrument. Shoot. Dang. Let's not kick it. I died last time I did that. It hurts. It hurts to kick things. Let's leave. Man, I thought I could yell if I like waited. I feel much better now. Alright. Anything else to do, or do I just go to bed? Already asked around, get a reality lowdown. Try a rich person. Rich people are educated? Find all armor pieces. Whatever. I should have map. Challenging, legendary, formidable, impossible. Volition. I do go talk to Joyce Messner. Just real quick before I finish the day. Oh my god, honey, go back inside. It's so cold out. Oh, a door. What? I am really unobservant. Joyce! Hello! Tell me about reality, please.
Good. What can I... On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioners you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbor.
They must have someone in an overlook position near the gates.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Voila! you're doing it.
You seem rich. Can I have money? Can I have some money, man? Help me, I'm poor, I need money.
Of course. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I need 130 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes
What?
and hands them to you.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot. Train to money.
Twould be dishonorable.
Can you eat honor? Are you an omnivore? Give me a break.
A
So,
suggestion.
I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I'm an honorable policeman. I know one of the few good runners. All. I'm still getting my head around the whole money concept. You were just helping me out.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
I need to know about reality.
Yes, an experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. There are really one and the same.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
Thought she was going to call me crazy. Perfect.
We're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Begin with the first. Where are we?
We're in Martinez.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body.
Oh.
The dots under her eyelids shake.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Fair enough. You're here as a teenager. Spring break?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Cool. I know a lot about random things. However, geology escapes me. Geology? Geography?
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the Blue Immensities.
Fair enough.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know.
Bald.
Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea.
Bald.
Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez Distributary.
Okay.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Big pebble.
And to humanity at large.
Okay. Wait, tell me perhaps another thing even more fundamental. Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
Great kind.
Ooh.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay. Who built this city? On rock and roll.
The nations of the Occident.
God, I hate myself.
Or
Okay.
migrant workers from Feminine and Il Marat, depending on your creed.
When built the
In
city?
the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve
They say
history?
it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the
Nice.
middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about
Points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look at the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
Where are we? I don't know any of this. I'll say nothing.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence.
Derealization.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Yes, he will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But I want to know everything now. But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they are.
Diligent boys remember where they left off. Oh, thank you, Kim.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
I'll wait. That's all
Glad
for
to
now.
have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Thank you. I immediately want to get derealization. How do I begin to internalize? Oh. Well, let's get one of these. Inexplicable feminist agenda. Hobocop. Compressor. This didn't do anything. All endurance white checks are unlocked. Running cap for shivers. Can I remove one of you? I want this one. I learned everything else. All right. Fine. I'll leave it for now. And probably turn in for the night. But what is this? Yes, tear. Ooh, more stuff up there. Oh, there's stuff I haven't explored. Shoot. Dang it. Ah. What's here? Yes, more. Oh, that's just a blank wall.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest
Oh,
entrance
got
to
it.
the apartment building.
That's why I didn't do anything.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
This is the police.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
What does that mean?
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Yeah, we'll leave. The east. Oh, right here. Wonder if there could be a witness. Talk to him. Sir?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Oh, he's got such a little voice. He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. A whore. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble. No trouble for me, just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man, trouble's found you. I know what's going on
I don't
here.
want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
That's
Don't
fair.
let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Yeah, it is.
Alright, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the whirling in rags. Can you tell me anything about the
I'd
hanging?
even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Thank you, Kim.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating?
Did I?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
Oh?
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook, writes
Last
something
week.
down.
I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets, the old patio chairs, and dead house plants. All the neighboring windows are black. Oh my god, cheap viewers on Streamboo. Wow, that's so cool and good and awesome, Ban. Stop, talking to me. Um, deny. How do I remove this? I want to become rich and famous. Oh, wait. It's already been... it's already been hidden. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
No, not me. Sorry, you're not asking me. I was gonna answer, and then, sorry.
I had a friend over.
Ooh, what kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
So... That's a good answer.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday.
Yeah, so
you
true.
don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
How is Sunday, friend?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
Fair enough. Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
What a wonderful name.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Why?
Ask him again.
Listen, I really need your name.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
I like him.
But he hasn't left yet.
Alright, we'll talk
No.
later.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
What if I convince him to stay?
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
Ooh.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
Voice is soft and delicate with a flicker of his rusty sense of cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to
A key.
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Da, 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 da. Walking away. Okay.
He's gone.
It's gone. The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits.
Fair enough.
If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up. You're right, probably didn't have anything important to say.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
I know,
He did leave us a sign.
What a really good
Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great. What's this? Oh my god, is this a staircase leading downwards? Or, I guess not. It's just a thingy. Whatever. Alright. Come on. Rock. Hey, Kim, out of the way.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusted from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them. We'll just have to go in and see.
Fair enough. I'm right the dick, Kuno. It's like almost bedtime. What time is it? Military time is not my strong suit. Oh, it's like 9. I can wait until 10. Oh my god, there's a whole new area. So many things to explore. Yo. Glasses. Hear distant traffic, the night is falling on the city. Breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Tear. Yes. Yes. Ooh, that. Okay, nothing I can do there. Just a door, nothing for you here right now. Ooh, bottles, bottles. Looks like pre-rolls have just turned back on. I'm going to run an ad to stop that. We'll be back in a minute. Burb. Oh shoot, I didn't pause the actual game. Oh, time has passed. I should probably go to bed. Wait. Sorry, I am back. I just realized time has passed in game. How much time? Not much. Any? No, not much. Okay, I'm actually not concerned. I was concerned, but now I am not. Oh wait. Aha. Door to be remembered. Alright. Door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Anybody who lives here isn't home. This is door to apartment 30. Voices from within, singing along to a buoyant dance track. Oh my god! Be my best friend! Can I waddle on over this way? Kim? Doing okay there, buddy? Why can't I move? Alright, well, that was generally unhelpful. Someone has drawn a 5-point star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. Chalk drawn number on the board says number 11.
So many things to examine. Oh my god, it's a lady. Postcard. Hello, lady who wouldn't let me in.
Give me a moment.
Elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having... Oh no, honey!
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Oh, are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Red spots appearing on her
You're
cheeks.
still worried.
Oh, honey.
It's very worried.
It is.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you? I'm looking for a young male, mid-20s, dark, skinny build, smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yeah, that one.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone in the shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. Just want to talk to him. He's wanted for murder.
Talk?
Oh, this made me sad.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Oh.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony.
Room
See if he's home.
28. Have you catch about the apartments? Thank you. Oh, honey, please feel better. Oh my god, it's that person.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Ooh, former guest.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol.
Oh.
The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
Oh.
They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Fair enough. Taking the ocean.
Waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Fair enough. Hello.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved. Cops don't like it when it goes further.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Oh.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Armor. Some body.
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Hell yeah.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
Fair enough. Got it.
Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long. I have a weakness for animals.
Suck it.
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Heck yeah.
She really did it.
Sorry, I'm a cop. Boo. She really did it. She's proud of it too. Fumes are bad for you. Better hand it over. That's some cultural commentary. Yeah?
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo.
I like you. Okay. Where is this? Oh, where am I? Someone's sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough coal to last several winters. Smells like chemicals. Oh, trousers. Okay, can't do anything with that. Understood. Cindy, dear, have you been sleeping here?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Like really? Like actual?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Does anyone?
Real home
in
seems
a city
rude.
like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
Fair enough. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool.
Shoot, Piggy.
Above tarps plaza. Cool. Can I open this? Door's locked. Chair's new. Someone lives back there. Ooh. Alright, I know this person lives in... That one I'm looking for lives in 28, so I have to find 28. Let's grab this. Apartment 8. I mean, that's apartment 9. Why can I knock on that door of all doors? Well, I guess there's 2 doors here I can knock on. Wait, real quick. Just gonna inspect this thought bubble.
Isn't just a 5-pointed star.
Ooh.
It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol
The
closer.
star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Fair enough. Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Fair enough. What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Fair enough. Why white?
Because white is the color of peace. Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
12. Ooh, what's in here? Hello. Particularly dark. Well, get the torch out. Toilet. Shower curtains are covered in slime. More money. And right back down this way to the balcony. Right, 28.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Is it not evening?
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
It's like 9:42.
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory. Don't worry. It's mostly all still here.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll find our way back home. I still got like 10 minutes. I can go knock on some doors. Hello, sir.
This door has been
or madam.
The chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply.
Well, I have the chain cutters. Right?
This door has been closed with a padlock. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters. It's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Yeah. Fair.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Okay.
After you, Detective.
Kind of bright out. Flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Photo of revolutionaries with guns. And critical theory of monstrosities at the Capitol. Ooh. Oh, well, there's no reason to not take that, theoretically. Ooh, a bullet. Wonderful. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. And
a plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Krav Magav. Why does the tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
White star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Fair enough. Well, nothing really else we can do here, right?
Plaster cast bust.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind cutting it because it was clearly warm.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Fair enough. Knock,
The
knock.
walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
I do get stressed when I hear knocking.
You can feel tension on the other side.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands a female voice. Very intense. It's the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear clacking of heels again on the other side. Walks right up to the door. Her tone now getting defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
That's true.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
It's fair. I'm just exploring. That's fair. You see, I think this world is a game. Got to go to bed. Yep. Yep. Oh, gentle sir. Better watch your mouth around me, boy. Right. Okay. Gentleman there. Okay, what about you? If I wake you up, will you punch me?
Is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Fair enough. All about money. What if I sing? Alright, how much money do I owe you? My brain says 60, but it's probably 600.
Yes, have you got it?
How much do I
A
owe?
lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Here's your money.
Well,
Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. But then I'll be sorry, cop. Whatever.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
Oh.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Another thing at the work. Goodbye. Oh, Kim.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Yes, my hostel
We
room
can pick
calls
up
me.
where we left off tomorrow morning.
Fair enough. Bedtime, bedtime.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Night.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Can we go somewhere else? I kind of broke a window.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Ooh, he lights a cigarette. I know you smoked, Kim?
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? No, let's not.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Though he wishes the body were out of the tree, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Fair enough. Don't worry, Kim. I'll totally be up for getting the body out of the yard tomorrow. I generally prefer to start with the search of this crime scene than move. No, I'm sorry. Couldn't do more today. I'm just not a very good cop, am I? Say nothing. Look at the city.
As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We tried to interview the White Banks rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Yeah.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running?
I'm impatient. I don't want to waste time, you know. My moves fast, the rest has to try to keep up. I'm training for a long-distance run. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's how we roll in Precinct. I don't know why I do the things I do.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those days.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping a cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve the station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
I see. And if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, have you ever killed somebody? Have I killed anybody? What happens to the people we convict, and who makes all these rules?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. The coalition government, and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze fixed on a window below that door.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it's the citizens of Revachol, let's say it's the coalition government, let's say nothing.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
The Moral Intern, what is that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know them, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Fair enough. Symbol.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Fair enough. What do you think of them?
Moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Fair enough.
Do you?
Have an opinion. Things are bad out there. Point to the city. We need them to... You're giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization, protecting bourgeoisie rights. Immigrants, liberals... No. Men are turning into women. On a second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget that.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes is okay with me. Yeah, vigilantes sound bad. Maybe we should make our own law.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like
It's
that?
our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument. Oh, horse. I was like, what do horses have to do with anything? Horse monument. Cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here and do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Autosave. See you in the morning.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
time, Harry dear. And it's coming.
Harry?
She will hear about it on the phone.
Oh, I must be
Reality
Harry.
will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs?
Whoa.
Between her legs and in her mouth? Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Oh.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve case. My mind is tired and broken. Help me.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Nice song. Heck yeah. Vibin'. Healed 1 morale. Don't lie to me.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell is that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting. Rejuvenating.
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What's going on with me?
I mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it, really. I feel super good. I don't want to lie to myself. I feel like it probably could unlock a nice ability, though. Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster.
Oh.
Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
Wait, what is speed? I need to get more of it then. No, I can't take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
Dead? That's a lie. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay. Well, let's try and wipe the smile off my face.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The faucet is quite terribly mad, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Oh. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do, but let's try it. 3% chance, +2.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Rip. Something was buzzing a moment ago.
The door is closed.
Try that.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Knock?
Still no answer.
We'll leave. I'm not gonna harass somebody. Ooh. On a breakfast. Ooh, all the dock workers there. Cool. Cool. Good morning.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed.
My soul
People
is
need to know
immense.
your vast oceanic soul.
My soul is puny. My soul is cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Exactly. It's measured through a PA system by other people.
This goes well in theory. I'm developing my download like superstar person. What should I sing? Finish thought.
Morning.
Gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Okay. What do you mean rowdy? These are the men Gart told us
I
about.
completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Fair enough. And
I completely forgot.
sorry. What do you mean rowdy?
Ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. That would just escalate tensions.
Fair enough.
No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So one more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Fair enough. Oh, I should run the number. You know what? Before I forget. Gart.
Can I help you?
Bill for tonight.
20 real.
There we go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yeah, I won't
Take
forget.
it easy on him. Deep down, he really hates being the guy who has to remind you.
Goodbye.
Just a moment.
The woman turns back to the cafeteria
And
manager.
there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Would you like to use ours?
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Hello.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking? G'day, ma'am. Is everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
Yeah.
This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Didn't I use the phone recently?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot. That's right. Now skip the foreplay. Time to dive into the dark alleys. Start shaking down the usual suspects. You know, legwork. Doing some good will alleviate the hangover. At least you're of use to someone.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before? Sounds like a more of a side thing. I'll take care of my main thing and get back to this.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Right.
But you have more important things to worry about.
But yeah, more important things to worry. Glances out the window towards the bay. Expedition, your husband and none was on, so your husband's so good.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Wait, who's Gary person? The waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Technical problems.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
What do you think about that,
Oh,
Rare?
sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
I mean,
The lieutenant
I
gives
asked.
you a sideways glance.
You're right, I don't have time for the insect
Of
fact.
course, dear.
Boo. Kim, you're being lame today. Oh, hello.
Let me handle this.
Bowman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're not a gardener. Enough. Let's talk seriously. I mean, no trouble. I'm here to do my job. That's all.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
It feels like she's waiting for some reaction of sort. I mean, it's no trouble. I'm here to do my job. That's all. You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that car.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Points to the man standing in the middle of the
That's
room.
Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Fair enough.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all of this? I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Fair enough.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Okay,
You
authority.
won't lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Okay. Go talk to Titus. Tobacco spit.
This is where you say your bit.
Hey, Titus.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Okay.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
First of all, we need to talk about the attitude. We need to talk about the main hand.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him
Shanky.
to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These
Fair
guys are
enough.
so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard.
Scan the room.
Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine.
Alright.
Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots.
Ooh.
Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Maritzian in his late 30s, early 40s. And then standard working boot. steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
What's a plectrum? Okay.
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Man hanged at the backyard. Did you do it? Found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire. He really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do.
Oh.
Now what the fuck do you want?
Console.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter.
Yeah, fair
Nothing
enough.
to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Fair enough. You do the thing in the backyard.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
I mean, he's real pretty.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container built around the dead man's neck? Blueprints all over the scene. I've spoken to the dead man in a bizarre dream. You're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yeah.
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Fair enough. Admission of guilt.
We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to
Right. Who called the shots? When's the hanging incident occur? Why?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my
town. Alright. This game is strange. I mean, a little. Not, like, absurdly strange. It's an investigation-y thing. Ah, dang. Okay. Real quick. So sorry. Hate doing this. 3-minute ad break. Just so that pre-rolls get turned off for anybody who wants to join later. We'll be right back. Bye. Okay, are we back from ads? We are! Wonderful. Whew. So he was a mercenary, is that it? Glad we cleared that up. I had a chip and I injured myself to eating it. 1 second. Okay, I think I'm better. So it's a mercenary. Glad we cleared that up.
And he stepped out of line.
And he stepped out of line, so true.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too.
Oh.
Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
Oh.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was in Special Forces? Right, but what did he do wrong? That's not.
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Oh, he did.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Oh.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Right? Okay, besides crimes against karaoke.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Oh, okay.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Okay, so he's lying.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
And is trying to make sense out of the flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?
Whoa.
Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was it the same girl who was sexually assaulted?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Good.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here.
Yeah.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not?
Oh.
This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who did the thing?
No. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
All right. I'm going to ask one more time. Really? I don't think that's the right way of doing it. Are you sure? Slip one more question in. I'm going to ask one last time. Who did the dead man?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl.
Fair enough.
She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment? If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining my...
Was call more deliberate than expected.
He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
You murdered him just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots when the hanging incident? Ow!
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything?
Yeah, it was obvious, but like, did you have a ladder?
Pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? You haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Fair enough.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Wasn't he a trained killer? How'd you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
This overpowering happened.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar.
Right in the bar.
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
Wait. I could try this. Composure. Could I pump a point into composure? At a Okay. I am lost. If I leave this, can I come back to it?
Like what, Copper?
Murder him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
As if it was worse than dying, and Reunion, what's that? Yes, but they were all bad people, criminals scum of the earth. Oh, look, I'm just doing my job. What we do is different. We enforce the law. Honestly, I drink so much I can't remember. Somebody has sent behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Who called the shots?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that?
That.
Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Who do you fucking think does?
The biggest dom. Ooh. Oh, damn. Keep addressing him. Does that lead me down? I feel like I could insult his pride, though. I could get his ego going. Best.
That's right, asshole. Titus
There we
Hardy
go.
runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No. You did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Well,
We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim? Understood. Next question.
Known him? We don't.
Yeah.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first.
They're really forthcoming.
Happy.
By the Pines Cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
All right.
Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Okay, I feel like I poked around enough. How did you... Oh.
We hanged him.
You're pretty sure you've had at least two. This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Titus.
Okay.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first.
Yeah, this is the highest this is gonna get.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
right. First, tell me who's solid, who's cracking under pressure. Angus. This one, he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, big guy. Have trouble breathing over there?
No.
Looks up startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
The man next to him bursts out.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
So then you're not telling
and
me.
Fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know,
just started with that one.
Have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
Oh.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get it beaten.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
Week when you first met. Ooh. Established authority. I don't see that going so hot. I want to talk about the hanging again. Take off. It was so helpful the first day. She gave me gloves. I'm still wearing them. Alright, I want to turn in my tear. That big guy?
Welcome to Revachol.
Oh, the lorry driver. Why are you dressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Oh, that was a racist comment. You tell him what's happening. You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, you're undermining our best shot at self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy, he's just really proud. So we are in a limbo.
Comment on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here.
Listen,
that I should
Kim
watch
doesn't jump like this normally. I'm 100% behind him.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I think we all learned something here. Smile, Valorian man. I'd only smile if it's threatening, though. You know, like a threatening smile.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Oh, thanks.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Now that it's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
My body is a temple.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep poison off the streets of Revachol.
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Oh? That sounds suspicious. What are we hanging around for? Most of the other commoners left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the wedding in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Oh, bad for him.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
I found the smug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. I haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
I don't even remember what thing. What is the argument about? What are you hauling? It's not you who's running drugs through Terminal B.
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Defender south of here? Guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver.
Yeah.
What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Yeah,
His tribe are natural liars.
okay, I don't agree with the racist stuff, but like...
100%. I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
Alright, let's leave. I really don't think this guy has anything to do with it. The hanging.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Nice. $1. That's a door. Just straight up a door. It gets big.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Taxi?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Oh.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Okay. Oh, I'm just totally in the wrong spot for all this. Okay, right up here. Any new dialogue for me today, friend?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. The bosses, man.
Makes sense. Work first, then pay. I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them. So you're broke. Got it. What else did I have to ask here?
You know.
Yeah, let's do this.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
What's called
The
now?
most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
That'd be great.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity
Oh.
to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then. Not yet, but I was able to... Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the... Yes, hello?
Hi, Sylvie.
Great. What else do you need, detective?
Well, policeman uniform. I wanted to... Whatever.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform.
Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, two police officers stand in the dark. Trash and liquor bottles cover the floor. Things are not good. One of the men, trying not to slip on old newspapers, makes his way to the window and pulls the curtains apart. God damn. Officer Michelle Elfboy Williams speaks to himself. His partner, Sundance Fisher, looks at the patrol uniform he's wearing, then at an identical suit frame on the wall. It's blue and covered in dust. Let's get the fuck out of there. He turns to Williams. He has a... You hear the call.
Anything else I can help you?
I'm done.
Captain?
Thank you.
Cabin, you see as...
Oh, hello, my friends.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In this case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Said that's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver's identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Definitely willing to buy that.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm okay. Maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me. So you're embarrassed to tell me. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
What are you afraid of, Salang?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
You don't want to get into this mess. You have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Salang. Help us out. No one will know it was you. I bought anything from him yet? I don't know if we're buddies.
It's a she, okay?
Oh.
The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Ah.
You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
The lady driver, the old woman back there.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
Fair enough.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Fair enough.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Cool. Okay. Good, good, good. That gives me a better lead than I had. Fantastic. Lady driver. Can only think of one. But she could be like the crazy driver or something. Actually, The racist seemed talkative. Hey.
Looking for something?
Those are your boots.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First you knew Silang didn't do it. Then why are you smirking? Just tell me which one's for Lori.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? Lady Driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Okay.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Oh, tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Ooh. Oh, low chance, low chance. Don't like it. Half light. Half light, half light, half light. Anything to give me a slightly better chance. Ooh, much better chance. Okay, fingers crossed.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her Lori right fucking now. Lady Driver's Lori, where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I've been to your Lori. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. What's your name? I'm gonna go to the police radio. Say this guy.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
Oh.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably.
Rude.
I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly
Past the
is her
monument,
Lori?
down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument.
That was awesome. Ah, Kim, that was fantastic.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Nice. Time to go. Little green Lori. Oh, this little green lorry.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Then it peeks inside.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence.
Handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
And how do we get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Oh no, but I'm bad at physical instrument. Let's get that pry bar on here.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Really, even with a...
It's seen better days.
No, it's -10. Oh, man, my physical instrument really ain't good. Can it get better? I don't think so. That's my max. Ugh, gross.
With a firm grip, raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Say fuck the police. We are the police, hon. Say welcome to Revachol window. I'm sorry, and smash it apologetically.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
Says the lieutenant, sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then
The
opens
smell
it.
of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Okay. Fire posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
So poetic sometimes.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Fair enough.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anybody need so many?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too. Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Fair enough.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Extra grip?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Wait. Odsel?
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Oh. Missing Eighth Hardy? He's the one running the drug trade.
Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Those sharks? Definitely.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
The posters shouldn't be giving me as warm and fuzzy of a feeling as they're giving me. Pull out the pull.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out tool slides back into its net. You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Fair enough. What's up?
All right. We've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Okay. Seems like something policemen would do. What do you think of all this?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
And the movie posters? It turns out this is connected to the Union. Will the RCM open investigation to this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Cinephile?
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Fair enough.
Debrief over, after you.
Right. Yep. Autosave. Wait, I can just go this way. Kind of. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Kim doesn't like all the running. Let's, no, I'm impatient. Run, 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 run. Oh, hello. You look very yellow today. Oh, and who are you? What? So many folks. Hello, folks. Oh my. Working class woman. Seems to be browsing books. A good one. Hello.
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Fair enough.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Oh yeah, it is the middle of the week, isn't it? How are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Good then.
Mm-hmm.
You need the help of a policeman?
What with?
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help.
I'm gonna leave. Authority. Jeez. Okay, so I need to pay attention to who's weighing in on what topics to successfully navigate anything here. Hello? Solid?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with Laura.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, can I please have the eyes?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I am gonna let the
If
lieutenant
there
handle
is
it.
an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Oh.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Yeah.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about the connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in faith.
Dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Did you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the Whirling in Rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Okay, that all adds up.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Ooh.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Made a mess here. I have to say this is not Disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, you know, share resources, intelligence. Boy, oh boy, that's not good.
It is very far from Disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
Grabs hold of the main
if
sail.
you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario? I think, yeah.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the Citizens Militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
The deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Okay. Who did the passing?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who's this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Yeah, fair enough. 2 remaining mercs.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Fair enough.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol Citizens Militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates.
Oh.
The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Vantage point south of the... One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates. One's the building overlooking about.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
Mm-hmm.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better.
Colonel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go.
Down a deep black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Anything else?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Already mentioned that they don't know them. How much time do we have?
So the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
We've silenced seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oof, okay. That's enough.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Oh yeah, tattoos.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Ugh, I am starving.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Alright. We're going for a good 3 hours. Gonna end it here for today. Hope anybody that did stop by had a wonderful time. Anybody who is watching the VODs later enjoyed. And yeah, I appreciate you all. I will see you guys as soon as possible. I'm going to be away for a little bit of time for like the next 4 days, but I'm gonna try and hop on and just do like surprise streams every now and then, because I am only at 5 out of my attempted 8 hours, so we'll see what we can do. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.